Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to Theguestcreator. That's right, I'm no longer Guesty Animates anymore because I thought the name uh kind of sounded stupid, and also I wanted to branch out into stuff that wasn't just animation. Even though um the the video you are about to watch is technically animation. Today, I am going to be talking about my RPG project and my RPG Maker game, and also the first game I ever made, and also a game um, that is really close to my heart. A lot of things that have to do with the game. Um, this is my review on Copies Quest. Also, this message is for the people that are watching my video, and also certain people I know that I will not mention. Um, all of the ums and stuttering and all that, completely in my control. Completely, I can do that whenever I want. I just wanted to add more flavor and more, like, emotion to my voice. Because if you didn't know, I really don't have all that much emotion in my voice, as you can currently hear, because I speak like this a lot of the time. Um, you know. So yeah, how about that? So I think a lot of you are having the same question, and you're probably being like, "Oh, what is Copy's Quest? Oh, like what is all this?" I don't know why I did the Crocker voice, but anyways, Copy's Quest is a game that I created on RPG Maker, specifically RPG Maker Ace, and basically it's a easiest way I can explain it is that Copy's Quest is Fallout, except it's magical and isn't the most violent thing you have ever played in your life. Basically, the game is about these two princes named Copy and Jonathan. His actual name is Copathan, not Copy. Copy is just a nickname, shortening of the name. I've also been thinking about changing his name to Nathan, which is an actual name. Anyways, they are both the princes of the Nature Kingdom, and one day, during Copy's coronation, they end up realizing, oh look, all the animals around our kingdom are turning evil. We have to stop that. Let's go do something. Yeah, and that basically kicks off the entire game. Copy's Quest is supposed to be like a love letter to classic RPGs and classic stories like that. I was heavily inspired by games like Pokemon and just basic like RPGs. Specifically with creature designs, you could really see like Pokemon-based elements. The biggest inspiration for Copy's Quest was Adventure Time, because I was actually watching Adventure Time while I was thinking of concepts for characters and designs and stuff like that. I stopped watching Adventure Time at around season 5 or 6 because I kind of got bored of it. You know. So that's where I got the main idea of like, oh, magical Fallout. But enough about the origins. Nobody cares about the origins of this game. We want to know what's actually in the freaking game. So let's get into it already. The first thing I will be discussing are the characters. The characters in this game mean a lot to me because they are some of the biggest examples of me using my creativity to write about certain characters and certain people. All of these characters have something going on, except for one of them. I'm not gonna bring that up. Yeah. Let's start off with Copy. I've already told you about Copy if you watched my other Guestiverse Characters Explained video. Basically, let me give you a few facts I didn't mention there. He's 14, likes swords, he's incredibly good with a sword, and he is, spoiler alert, adopted. But, like, if you look like the Pillsbury Doughboy cosplaying as Ryuji from Toradora, you may need to consider that you perhaps may be adopted. So I don't know how he didn't find out until the final chapter. Then we have Jonathan, who is older than Copy. He's more skilled. He's a wildlife expert. He spends a lot of time outdoors hunting, and he's basically the cool brother that everyone wants to have. Then we have Orion. He's the comedian. He's the jokester. He's the youngest at only 12 years old. And he is also a teeny tiny bit stupid. Then we have Clay, who's one of the smarter characters on the team. He's 13, and he is basically the opposite of Orion. He's much more grounded, both literally and figuratively, and he's also Orion's best friend. And then we have the one character I was talking about earlier, about how they don't have a character, aka Delta. Delta is basically just the calm, collected, sort of chill and laid back member of the group. Sort of like a ladette, not to the point of Amber, but like some feminine features, some masculine features here and there. Then we have Sprocket. Sprocket is the brains of the group, but also is incredibly quiet and timid. She's basically the shrinking violet of the Council of Adventurers. She is slightly older than Jonathan by a few months, and they actually have a relationship with each other, so good for them. And then we have two more characters. Two characters I'm gonna label as the two Duries, or Duries, Duray, if you want to call it that. I personally pronounce it Dury, but you'll see what I mean in a quick moment. These two are Ella and Amber. Ella, or Labella, is a bright, bubbly, and cheery character who's obsessed with food and is the mage of the council. Meanwhile, Amber is extremely brash, annoyed, tomboyish, and sort of just that one member of the group that nobody likes, yet they have to keep her in because she's actually really useful. If you couldn't tell by the amount of differences between them, they have a rivalry with each other. Now, the reason I call them the two Duries is because both of them focus on a Dury archetype. Basically, if you don't know, a Dury is a type of Japanese character archetype in which, basically, they act one way on the outside, but in actuality, they're really sweet on the inside and very loving on the inside. So for Amber, she's a Sundari, and for Ella, she's a Yandere. Basically, if we're going off of examples, and if I'm going to continue the theme of making Toradora references in this video, an example of a Sundari would be someone like Taiga from Toradora, in which she is a gigantic bully on the outside and sort of just very angry on the outside, but on the inside, she's actually a really nice person. A Yandere, on the other hand, is the most extreme Duri type. Basically, a Yandere is a person so obsessed with another person that they are willing to commit crimes, including murder, in order to get with them. An example I can think of is Homoko Toga from the show My Hero Academia, who is a Yandere and is shown multiple times to either kill or want to kill people in order to get with the person she's obsessing over. Yes, that's all fun and great with all these characters and all the heroes, but what about our villains? And personally, the main antagonist of the game is a gigantic stereotype. Even though I loved writing him and I loved making him a villain, he is a gigantic stereotype of what a villain should be and what they should do. This is Dr. Alexander Jonas Damon, or more commonly known as King Damon. Basically, the TLDR of the story, he and his lab partner Benjamin Owens were studying the magic system of this game, elemental dust. Some of that energy from the elemental dust latched onto his face, started eating away at his brain, making him more violent, so on and so on. Eventually, one day during 1984, he and Benjamin got into an argument and ended up causing Damon to get sent to another dimension. He eventually decided to make a settlement there, and he plotted his return. Now, if I were to explain the lore of Copy's Quest, I would be here for hours, but basically, I'm just gonna cut it short here. I already explained all the characters, I explained some of the basic concepts. If you want to see another video like this, please like, comment, share, do all that, blah blah blah, basic YouTuber outro stuff. And I'm kinda hungry, so I'm gonna go grab a bite to eat, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!